Greetings, my name is Serkan Göçmen. I'm heading the International Relations team at JLL Residential Development Germany. Today we will be updating you regarding the German prime residential market, giving insights regarding its capital Berlin, and we will be focusing on a trophy asset which is a heritage project. It's the new landmark and it's the urban quartier for the Berlin's artistic scene. So as you might be aware, Germany is the biggest fourth economy in the world. It's the third biggest exporter besides US and China, and it's an important hub for business regarding tech companies, media companies, logistic companies, and so on. Berlin has a very strong tech scene. It's been the most desired city for the tech workers around the world, according to reallocate.me. It's a political hub, media hub, business hub, and a transportation hub. It also hosts a lot of international events for the artistic scene. Its residential market is the biggest buy-to-let market in the European Union due to its 18% low home ownership ratio. According to PwC and ULI, Berlin has ranked in the top 5 in the last 5 years, and it has ranked in the top of the list in 2020 due to its performance and the significant capital gains that it has brought to the investors. Behind me you will see the Bundesliga, where the government sits down, and before we were broadcasting in front of the Brandenburger Tor, which is the symbol of the city. And here the Tiergarten starts, which is a big park like Hyde Park of Berlin, where they used to do hunting before in the Prussian times. This is the district called Mitte. Mitte means center, and it's the most sold out district where you'll see all the luxury hotel, Michelin star restaurants, celebrities, and so on, with its art galleries. As we mentioned before, in Berlin, especially in the Mitte district, you will see a lot of signs of the luxury lifestyle, such as these hotels, restaurants. For example, the Adlon Kempinski. This is the hotel of the presidents. This is where the celebrities come as well. This is one of the hotels which I will never forget, because this is where Michael Jackson hanged the baby outside the balcony. It was a sensational thing, not because of showing his baby, but because how irresponsible was he in those days, and this was critical. And you will see also the embassies, like the USA embassy over here, the French embassy, the Italian embassy, the European Union headquarters, the Russian embassy, and so on. You will see restaurants like Grill Royale, where you can crash into Madonna or Angelica Jolie during the film festival times, or you can see Frau Merkel next table and you can interact with these people. If you go to Bocca di Bacco, you will see Hugh Grant, or if you go to Bar 1000, you might see Johnny Depp partying over there. So this is the city of partying. So once we go back to normal, we will actually be seeing all this together. Besides being a top player in the residential market, Berlin has more than 180 museums, 440 galleries, 7 yacht clubs, 46 sailing clubs, more than 190 golf clubs, and so on. At the moment I'm in the Museum Island. Museum Island is where all the museums are located, such as the Bode Museum, the Pergamon Museum, the National Gallery, James Simon Museum, and so on. So this is the tourist attraction place, and I can tell you that whatever I showed until now is just 5 to 10 minutes of walking distance to our trophy asset project, the new urban quartier, the new landmark of Berlin, Am Tacheles. And now we're in front of our trophy asset, Am Tacheles. So this is the project which has the heritage. This is the place where the artistic scene of Berlin has started, and it's turning into something very special. This project actually started and goes back to the dates of 1907, and this was completed in 1908. But due to the high cost, it was actually bankrupt, and then it changed hands. And then it became a department store which was delivering homes in 1920s, which was supposed to be one of the most luxury services in Berlin and Europe. It was one of its kind in Europe in terms of architecture when it was a department store. Afterwards, in the 1930s, it became the House of Electronic. So this place was actually the most luxury electronic shop which distributed the first TVs in Germany. After that, of course, the war began. It was used for different functions, and it was used as a school afterwards for artists, for technique, and so on. And when it became to 1980s, Then in 1980s, due to its the building situation after the war, they decided to demolish the place. But they decided to do this in the 1990s. In February, just before 2 months of the demolition, a group of artists called themselves Kunst Initiative moved into the project and started to protest because it was very valuable for them. And what happened is they went to the government, they went to the municipality, and from the round table they took an extra decision and an opinion if they can stop the demolition. Surprisingly, the municipality took a decision that the buildings were in superb shape. So they stopped the demolition and then the artists moved in. Until 2012, this place was a party place. There were cafes, nightclubs, open air exhibition centers, art galleries, and so on. So all the artistic community gathered here. The political people came over here. The political ideas were surrounded over here. This was so special community, but unfortunately they couldn't survive. They got bankrupt again. So then it was uncertainty. Thanks to Armond Capital, the developer, they moved in, they took over the project, and now they are bringing to life, and they are giving the city back. In here you will see Kunsthaus Am Tacheles, which is going to be the cultural building. And in the first floor, it's already has been rented to Fotografiska, which is one of the biggest photography museum in Europe. So let's move on to see this trophy asset. So, ladies and gentlemen, until now we showed you a bit of Berlin. Just to summary up where we are in terms of location is, we started with the Brandenburger Tor, we shoot it in front of it, and then we went to the Bundestag where the government sits, and this is the Tiergarten, this is the Hyde Park of Berlin. Then we moved to Adlon Kempinski, then we came to the Museum Island where all the museum is located over here, including the Berliner Dome. And then here we are in Am Tacheles, which is the intersection of Friedrichstraße with Oranienburger Torstraße. So Friedrichstraße is a very important street because it's first of all one of the biggest retail streets. It hosts Galerie Lafayette, Checkpoint Charlie, and many other shops such as luxury content. So now we are in Am Tacheles, and I will be pitching you the project within details. So now we are in the marketing suite of Am Tacheles project, and I will be giving in details information about this beautiful heritage signature of the new city. So Am Tacheles is actually consisting of living, office, retail, and cultural spaces. In here, every detail is actually planned because the master plan was actually made by an international architect called Herzog de Meuron. I'm sure if you're into architecture, you know this office because they've won Pritzker Awards and several rewards, which is considered to be the Nobel Prize of the architecture. And it was very difficult to convince them to involve in this project. But once they heard it, they loved it because the story, the heritage, the design, everything is combined and thought in this project. So Am Tacheles actually consists of 85,000 square meters. 45,000 square meter is the office area, which is this part. There's going to be a passage which existed in 1920s, which is connecting the Friedrichstraße to the Oranienburger Torstraße. So this is the cultural house. We're in the first floor at the moment. And also in this house, there will be big names such as Fotografiska, the museum. They just have signed the contract with the developers, so they will be in the project. It's a photography museum, very well known around the world. And then we will have the living area over here, which is also designed by Herzog de Meuron in terms of master plan, and also in the three buildings, we have their signature. So if we look at the stock over here, in the residential part, we've got 133 apartments available. Out of these 133 apartments, only 40 apartments are available at the moment due to the high demand and due to the story, the architecture. It's actually sold or under contract. So if we look at the buildings, we've got 5 buildings distributed. This is the Oro building. Oro building is the signature building of the project. This is the building actually where the people will be stopping and taking Instagram selfies and pictures to publish, because this is a very, very special building, built in Baroque style with the windows. You have different angles from each window and so on. Then we have the Formtree Building over here. We have the Frame Building over here. We have the Joux and the Vert. So if you look at the Frame Building, Frame is actually the loft building with 4 meters ceiling, and in order to provide that height, the developer had to give away 1 floor. Then we have the Formtree Building over here, which is like the brother of the Frame Building. It's a loft-style building with a lot of elegance, which I'll go into details later. Then we have our Joux. Joux is the extravagance, the playful luxury. And then we have the Vert, which is like the 17th design. So this is Am Tacheles. So what's around Am Tacheles as well is very important, because in the corner we'll see the Ministry of Health. Next to it is the building that this developer actually owned it, but just sold to one of the biggest technological company in the world. So this is going to be the new home for Google. And in between we have the residential, the old city over here. You'll see the German construction coming from 200 years old. And this is the project to be. It's not only about buying an apartment over here. What we're trying to explain to you is we're giving you an opportunity to become a member of a very, very special community that doesn't exist so often. So this is the one chance. If you want to become a member of this special community by investing in one of the top developments in Berlin, probably in Europe, in terms of quality and design and location, you have to be quick. And this is the place actually where people will interact with each other. Because in this building over here, we will have the Owners Club. It will be a spa, sports facility, private rooms, and so on, with 480 square meters area. We will also have public squares in this project, which the people can go around and see this beauty. There will be a big supermarket chain under the development. They have rented about 3,000 square meters of area, and there will be a biological supermarket. So let's look at the products. Today I will be showing you as an example 2 buildings, which is the Formtree Building over here and the Vert Building over here. Actually, Vert and Frame are my favorite buildings. So let's move on. So ladies and gentlemen, we are at the Vert Building at the moment. This building is personally designed by Herzog de Meuron, who designed the Elbe Philharmonie in Hamburg, who designed the Tate Museum in London, and who designed the 56 Leonard in New York. So this is a very unique architecture actually. This was 1970s design of Berlin, and these gentlemen brought it back with their special touches. So it has spacious living spaces. It has extravagance in itself. It has these curvy moves, and as you can see from the wall, these curvy moves are not affecting the living area. It has the optimum layouts, and every detail is actually thought for you. Unfortunately, we sold all of the penthouses. We still have some 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom apartments, which is starting from €1 million. So I would recommend you to take your places as soon as possible, to contact your local brokers or us. And I would say this is one of the unique buildings that's really taking my breath away. And this is one of the buildings actually one of my family members has invested. These apartments are coming with very, very nice kitchens, as you can see over here. We have the Polmex kitchen, so this is included in the price. In Germany, usually the kitchens are not included in the price, and you will have something very similar to this. And you can see the raw materials, you can see the dynamism inside it, and I think this is something very special. So please, if you are interested, contact us. We've got 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom apartments still available, and just in 7 months, just to remind you one more than 60% of this project is gone. And now we are at the Formtree Building, which is actually located in middle of the project. So it's far away from the street to the Oranienburger Straße, and it's far away from the Johannesstraße. This building is looking to the Johannesplatz in the front, and it's looking to the Hofgarten in the back. And in architectural wise, it's very elegant. It's a loft style building, and it's a one concrete. It's not actually combined together, so it's a very unique technique. And this is the place where you like the raw buildings, a bit of loft style, and so on. And we've got apartments starting from 1.1 million in this building. We've got 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom apartments, and penthouses. Once you're able to travel, and if you come to Berlin, I can pitch you personally and show you all the materials which is used in the project in each building. In this showroom, you can see that you can choose all the materials. We can guide you through the whole process. And these are very special materials coming from all around the world, from Italy, Spain, Switzerland, Denmark, and we have a lot of varieties. As you can see, there's a whole book written about this project. It's after and now. So what happened is, as you can see, they published a book with all the history, with all the architecture, all the pictures, what it was used for. As I said, the history is long and it's not enough to explain. But look at it. Everything has been bring it back to the city. As you can see, the Passage, the shopping mall, the office area, and so on. And as you can see, these were the exhibitions that were made in 1990s when the artists moved in. It was a creative playground for the creative people. It was the metropolis of Berlin. It was the art of Berlin. This is where the artistic scene started in Berlin. And ladies and gentlemen, now we're in the Frame Building. It's a very special building. It's my favorite, personal favorite building, actually. Why is it so special? Why is it called Frame? As you can see from the model over here, it looks like a frame, but it's a very special frame. So this building was designed by Herzog de Meuron, and it's very special because this is a loft-style building with 4 meters of height of ceiling. As you can see over here, this is representing the 4 meters. So this is how high will be your living space. This building is about having more space. This building is about having loft. This building is all about design. As you can see, the facade, this is the bricks, one side of the facade of the building. This is the signature facade of Herzog de Meuron. And the other part of the building is used a different material. So when you go inside your apartment, you will have the raw walls like this. And you will have 4 meters height. And actually, there's something very special about this building because we're trying to combine art, architecture, design, real estate together. So there's an artist called Jason McGlide. If you're buying an apartment over here, he can make you a unique graffiti on your wall. And I love it. Look at this. Look at this, I mean. They say homes talk. And believe me, I feel so peaceful whenever I come here and I visit this project. I wish I had time to show you all the buildings, all the units, but I have to stop over here because we've seen the showroom, we've seen the project, but what's happening in reality inside the project? So let's move on to the construction yard, ladies and gentlemen. So in this lovely sunny winter day of Berlin with minus, I don't know, 5-6 degrees at the moment, we're on top of the construction site on one of the penthouses. And you can see everything in the city here. There's the Berlin Synagogue, there's the Berlin Dome, you can see the Museum Island, you can see on top of the Bode Museum, there's the Rathaus where the municipality and the mayor is sitting. Here is, I can see the top of Lafayette, I can see the Bundestag, so you have all the city under your feet. And the good part is the construction has started in September 2019, so it's continuing very fastly. Everything is on track, everything on schedule, which will be completed by phases, but the latest phase will be the end of 2023. So let's look at the residential part from the bird's eye view, and then we will pass to the office part. Then we'll go downstairs again, make a small tour, and then finish our presentation. I hope you're enjoying it, because I love it. So ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately we came to the end of our broadcast. I hope you enjoyed our broadcasting, and I hope you enjoyed the project, because this is one of a unique project that you will ever see in Berlin. So as one JLL, we're 92,000 people all around the world looking forward to assist you with your investments, to achieve your ambitions, to create a better future for real estate, for living, for a well-being. So please contact your local offices, your local brokers, or contact us directly from sales.ir@eu.jll.com. Have a wonderful day or night ahead wherever you are, and keep safe. Looking forward to hosting you in Berlin next time.